Hello and welcome to the Feminine Millionaire Show. I'm your host, Polly Alexander. I'm a success coach, intuitive healer, and a passionate creative. And I believe that we all have the power to manifest magic and miracles into our life. If creating success in a spiritual, feminine, and joyful way is your goal, this show is for you. You'll understand how to overcome your past, bring your soul's greatest gifts to the world, and up-level your income, impact, joy, and happiness. Let's all rise together. Hello and welcome to a new season of the Feminine Millionaire Show for 2024. I started this podcast 3 years ago. I'm so excited to be back with you now for episode 125, which is all about how to shift your perspective when things go wrong. What if a wrong turned out to be a very right? That's the topic of today's podcast. So welcome back and a happy new year. Welcome to the energy of 2024, which just feels brighter and more positive for me. 2024 started with a very adventurous 2 weeks celebrating my 50th birthday in Colombia, in Cartagena and Isla Baru with some dear friends. And today I'm actually going to share a story from my holiday about pivoting your mindset when things go wrong. Now, travel always brings the unexpected. There's just so many situations, unpredictable aspects when things will not go as planned, and there's so much out of our control in travel. It's a really great opportunity to practice surrender, going with the flow, pivoting, and acceptance. So for this trip, I had 6 flights, 4 hotels, 3 boats, and 1 little teddy pom-pom. So invariably, there were a few things that did not go as planned. And today I'm going to share a couple of stories with you. So after my friends left, I had a couple of days on my own in Cartagena. And then I had a call from my friend, Amy. Her flight was actually cancelled. She got to the airport to check in to head to her next destination in Panama, only to be told that there was no flight and there were no more flights today. Well, clearly this was not an ideal situation for Amy, but there was a gift in this. She would be able to spend an extra evening. We'd be able to hang out together for one more evening. So I quickly booked a recommended restaurant online, which turns out they had clearly rigged the reviews because it was nothing like the reviews. And I headed to the restaurant. Now, Amy got stuck in traffic and was running half an hour late. So I arrived, and you probably heard me mention this in December, that I had some bioresonance testing and found out that I am highly allergic to all alcohol except champagne. Luckily, that also includes sparkling wine. So I ordered a glass of cava, which arrived flat. Not an ideal situation. So I sent it back, and they opened a new bottle of the only one they had, and this tasted awful. It was so bad I couldn't drink it. So I complained and sent it back again. And then the man next to me, dining on his own, sent his food back. It was so bad. And all of this unfolded in the first half hour. Now, if my friend had arrived on time, we would have already ordered food. It would have been too late. But the universe in that half an hour sent me 3 signs that this was not the place for us. So as soon as my friend arrived, we got to leave. So we wandered the streets without a reservation. Many places were full. The streets were hot and steamy, and those which weren't full, we were not feeling the vibe. But keeping in mind, there's always an upgrade available. We then stumbled across a restaurant which had been on the shortlist for my birthday, but we hadn't had the chance to visit yet, Agua de Leon. There was one window seat free. A charming waiter who brought iced glasses for our champagne and exquisite bread with butters. And we enjoyed a divine evening together. So what had initially looked like things going wrong turned out to be a true delight. So, coasting on this beautiful high, I went back to the hotel I'd booked for the next 3 nights, already checked into, and I was met with an unexpected message. Dogs are not allowed. Despite me checking in advance, despite their stating the policy pets accepted, despite me checking in, I was then told that dogs are allowed in the hotel but not in the bedrooms. Like Teddy Pom Pom's gonna hang out in the restaurant. So an hour of back and forth, the rules were changing, the policies were unclear, various people had to be telephoned. It was really not the ending to my evening I was expecting. Eventually, I agreed to pay for another person. Yes, 3 kilos of fur cost me a significant amount of money, and I got a refund for the following 2 nights. And then I spent the hour after that in my hotel room looking for another suitable hotel. That was 2 hours of my relaxation time hijacked because of their changing policies. Now, this is when it gets interesting, so stay with me. This is when my intuition came into play. And I chose in that moment to be available for the universe to upgrade me. Instead of slipping into anger, frustration, fear, resentment, I asked the universe, what's the upgrade here? What could be better than this? And then I remembered seeing a hotel from the window of the taxi when I was on my way to the current hotel. And I looked online to see what could be in the area and found a brand new, beautiful hotel, literally the road round the corner, just 80 meters from my current location. Now, this was a gorgeous, luxurious 5-star hotel, and that came with a 5-star price point, which was more than my current place. But I really felt like I was supposed to be there, and I found a super deal on Expedia. So the next morning, I walked round to the hotel to meet them. I wanted to make sure that they really did accept dogs. I wanted to see how the energy felt. And I received such a warm welcome. They were very clear on their dog policy. They made us feel so welcome. The energy was great. And they told me the rates had just dropped hugely today. They'd been 3 times as much in the previous week. My intuition told me this feels good. So I went back to my hotel, ready to move, only to be met by the manager with huge apologies. Huge apologies. We're so sorry it happened. It was a mistake. We'd love you to stay. Please stay. We'll do this and this and this. A fancy cake was sent out to me at breakfast by way of apology. There was even a sign on my table on a little silver stick saying, "We're really sorry we messed up. Please let us make it up to you." They were laying on the charm to persuade me to stay, but I already felt in my bones that this was a sign that the universe wanted me to be in a different place, and my mind was made up. So we got our Uber 80 meters round the corner, moved into the gorgeous new hotel, had a wonderful welcome, a delicious welcome drink, and we got to hang out in this beautiful place, which was an upgrade in every way: the service, the staff, the energy, the beauty, the design, the size of the room, the facilities. I even went for a swim in the large hotel pool with Teddy Pom Pom walking alongside me as I swam. Now there's more. So I didn't yet know why I'd been redirected. I thought it was an upgrade from the universe, and the way I felt was the upgrade. And on the Friday morning, I was due to do a photo shoot. However, it got cancelled. A couple of weeks before, they contacted me in a message that didn't totally add up to say that they couldn't do the photo shoot then. And I couldn't find anybody else that could. So let's look at this. I wasn't supposed to be in this hotel, and I wasn't supposed to be in it on the Friday morning because I should have been out on a photo shoot. But instead, I was there having a leisurely brunch, and I was just walking through the lobby from the restroom when a guy sitting there having breakfast said hello to Teddy, and then told me that he actually had a Pomeranian and whipped out his phone to tell me about the poem and show me photos. And then 2 hours later, we were still talking. Neither of us had moved, the breakfast had been and gone, and actually my handbag was at the other end of the lobby. And I truly believe that we were supposed to meet. In our conversation, it was one light bulb going off after another. The stories we shared, the perspectives that opened up for each of us. I truly believe that we were supposed to meet, and I truly believe that the universe lined all of this up. So I'm going to finish with 4 tips to shift your perspective when things go wrong. Number 1, stay open to being redirected. Try to stay open. Ask yourself, what could be better than this? What could be better than this? Number 2, stay out of judgment. It's really, really easy to slip into the inner dialogue of this shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening like this. They shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't have said this. It shouldn't be happening this way. And just notice these thoughts are going to naturally come up. But you get to take yourself out of judgment. You can observe, but not get sucked in. Number 3 is to follow your joy. I went to the hotel that felt good. The people felt good. The smiles at reception felt good. I felt good in the space. The beautiful design lit me up. Follow your joy when deciding what to do next. And number 4, be open to receive. Be open. So I hope you enjoyed Stories from Colombia in today's episode. I always love to see you share the podcast on Instagram. If you enjoyed this episode, please share a screenshot and tag me at Polly_Alexander on Instagram. And I'll be back again next week with an amazing guest interview all about how you can create more abundance from changing and up-leveling your home environment. Have a wonderfully abundant week. See you then. So I'm excited to announce that my much coveted PST friendly one-to-one coaching slot at 9 a.m. PST on Tuesdays has just become available. It's almost consistently booked back to back, so this is a rare opportunity. If you're in California and you're curious about working with me, then reach out via email, my website, or via DM on Instagram. My client Hannah invested in private coaching with me, not because she needed it, but because she desired to be supported in this way. As a result of our work together and the container of support she stepped into and claimed for herself, she went from a 100k launch in her business to a 315k launch in just 1 month. She chose to set herself up for success and to have support around her energy, her mindset, and her business because she desired it. She knew that it was an investment in her success, and she desired it to be easy. If this is you and you're already successful and things are already good, but you desire them to be even better, and you're ready to create from a place of how could it be better than this, then my private coaching could be for you. You get to play with what it feels like to expand joyfully, with more ease, with more grace, with more spaciousness. You get to commit to support from a place that says, I love this, and I wonder what else is possible. And you get to invest in support from a place of more than enough. If that's you, I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wildly abundant week.